So today's topic is the 8 characteristics of life. Our driving question: how are organisms classified as living things? So first we have to learn about the difference between abiotic and biotic factors. Biotic factors are interaction of living things. Plants, animals, fungi, bacteria, and protists are the 5 major categories, which include all living things. Abiotic things are physical, non-living factors that shape an ecosystem. A lot of times students struggle with this concept because they just think it's a non-living. But it's not only non-living, it has to be non-living factors which have an impact on ecosystems. Things like temperature, precipitation, humidity, all of these things are going to be drivers in the ecological community to determine what sort of plant life and animal life will occur. So there are 8 common characteristics that every living thing must have in order to be considered living. The first is it's made of cells. If it's made of cells, it is a living thing. This includes both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and is the basic unit of all life. They also must reproduce. 2 types of reproduction that we cover, sexual and asexual, and cells will reproduce using both methods. They all must have DNA, which is, nucleic acids. They must have a nucleus or a plasmid. Eukaryotes, like humans, have a nucleus in our cells. Bacteria contain their DNA in a plasmid, which is, all of these things are genetic information. All cells, or all living things, must grow and develop. They have a metabolism, they protect themselves from their environment in some way, and they have a life cycle. They also need to obtain and use materials, food, water, for energy. Plants use photosynthesis to make sugars and ATP. Animals use respiration to break down sugars and use oxygen to obtain energy. They must respond to environment. Some kind of stimulus, every living thing will respond to the environment. Adapt over time, reply with an action. Lots of examples of this throughout living things. The last 2, as a group, organisms evolve using methods of natural selection, random mutations over long periods of time, and many, many generations. And they must maintain homeostasis. This requires energy. Homeostasis is maintaining that internal balance. Think about your example of yourself. If you're very cold, or a human is very cold, they tend to shiver. That's because they're trying to generate heat to maintain the internal body temperature. All living things do this. Blood pH is regulated by your kidneys and your liver. You want to maintain the same liquid levels and compounds. There's always an internal balance within living things. Materials come in, materials go out. Maintaining temperature, maintaining appropriate conditions to survive. So that is the entirety of the notes. Looking over the material for today, characteristics of life, there's a warm-up and an exit ticket. This graphic organizer, which can be used in place of taking notes today. a microscope lab, which is a virtual activity, and a scientific method quiz. Please contact me with any questions about the material. Hope you all have a great day.